Hello everyone, I'm Justice Graves and I'm currently running to be a member of the Narragansett Regional School Committee here in Templeton, Massachusetts. And today this is going to be another quick review of the Narragansett Regional School Committee's recent meeting, the recent meeting on April 14th, 2021, which as of the time of this recording was about a little bit over 3 days ago. I'm doing this on a Friday night. That meeting was on Wednesday night, 2 days ago. So this meeting featured a few interesting moments that I wanted to just sort of go over and sort of brief you on that I was concerned about. So first of all, the House Ways and Means Committee here in Massachusetts recently, showed out, had a whole thing about their, the current budget situation going on. And currently, there's no ESSER 2 offset from the state when it comes to the MLCs for both towns, and considering the fact that the budget was just recertified again, both the towns of Templeton and Phillipston just voted to use, what should have been done, what the governor's office had clearly told everybody was going to happen with the ESSER 2 funds. Now it's thrown sort of up into the air until that sort of gets clarified. But with the certification of the budget having been done, with can the money be used for that or not be used for that, what is going on with what can the funds, what can ESSER 2 be used for, what's going on with the next, should things become more interesting, we will see more aggressive conversations going into the annual town meeting that is going to come up on May 12th, on Wednesday, May 12th. And one of the reasons why I'm mentioning this is because I believe even just last week, the warrant for town meeting was just certified. It's done now. The advisory, the town advisory, at least in the town of Templeton, the advisory committee is going through, giving their recommendations, whether there's no recommendation, a negative recommendation, or a positive recommendation. And then based on that, the select board sort of goes through that, and then people in the town will sort of make their decisions in that regard. Under the current situation, that sort of makes it very stressful because the school budget is on that warrant. I've read that warrant now. I've read the recent warrant. It is in that warrant. Obviously, that is going to be, once the advisory committee is completely finished with it, that is going to be what we see printed on those nice, wonderful card sheets that we get when we go into town meeting, that, as we prep, that we, what we prep for as we vote as citizens. And it'll be very interesting. I will be at annual town meeting on May 12th, so I'm going to unfortunately have to see this in real time. Circuit breaker funds were slightly increased. We know that special education transportation is listed as a potential reimbursement. Potentially, and I know there's other questions going on that have not been answered with regards to our funding for transportation, given the fact that we did not transport considering the situation that not all the buses are being run right now, that sort of affects what type of reimbursements or what type of assistance we get from the state. So that brings up some important questions. And that is extremely concerning, because as we go into I don't know what situation the state wants people to go through going into after annual town meetings happen. After those events happen, especially in all of the different, the different town legislatures and the different city legislatures, I don't know what type of situation the state of Massachusetts wants to put us through, but hopefully the House Ways and Means Committee, clarifies what's going on. It explicitly clarifies what's going on. We've used different monies for middle school math. We've used them for different things. I brought this up, in the past. There isn't really anything explicitly new, except what I'm going to show you on the screen is that... let me go over this. So, Fall 2 athletics fee waivers have been completely removed. That was voted on by the school committee. They voted for basically the whole year to just get rid of fee waivers for athletics, given the situation. There's this question about MIA eligibility, which I'm aware of. It's a whole other... If you're not interested in sports, it's not really worth it. Just know that our school Narragansett Regional School District is remaining eligible under that regard. and is being consistent with enforcement of policy. So we will see what that goes into. And there are going to be half days on May 4th, May 17th. Remember, May 17th is annual town elections in the town of Templeton, and May 28th, the other days are because of MCAS, with regards to MCAS testing. And so they added that in. COVID-19 updates. Things are going well. It's been about 2 weeks that the kids in the elementary school have been back. And in a few weeks, I believe, it's not next week, it's the week, because next week is April vacation. Next week is, the high school and the middle school kids are going to go back. And then they voted on the calendar. So I can pull that up on the screen. I don't know how well it'll look, but I'm going to pull this up on the screen. This is the screenshot I took from the meeting. This is the the before Labor Day calendar that they voted on. They voted on the calendar that starts before Labor Day. And one of the other items that they did was they voted on items that are going to go to surplus. So I'm just going to throw that onto the screen real quick, what items are going to surplus that are part of that list. I'm going to go to the next image in that regard. And the next meeting is on May 5th. Currently, we have not gotten updates because Mr. Marks had left the meeting early. In this meeting of April 14th, on the May 5th meeting, we will get full updates on what the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Subcommittee is doing, to which I've been wondering, based on something that I heard about in a few meetings ago, what is going on with regards to that. But we shall see in a few weeks. And May 5th is it's 12 days from the annual town election. So we will see what happens with regards to that. And then, of course, the next week is annual town meeting. We will vote on the budget. And I would pull up where it is on the Templeton warrant. I might as well, because I have plenty of time. I will go and look for that, and I will continue to speak, because it is on the current warrant that I have seen. So let me because I'm off of that. But again, with the SR2 situation, with the House Ways and Means Committee and everything going on with regards to that, it's very concerning. Annual town election. Is this annual town election? No, this is the warrant. This is a different warrant. I was looking at past warrants. Fiscal year 2022 budget. Budget FY22 revised. Yeah, this is the one. So let me find it. I didn't think I was going to pull this up. This is why this is going the way that it is. Oh, this is a crazy one. I forget. Let's just go to... Oops. Alright, we are back, and I'm going to switch the screen so you can see it. Yep, it is in the current warrant, the revised warrant. We also have the Montechusett. We also have the Monty Tech budget allotment in there as well, but Narragansett Regional School District budget. And this is the full article. It is the last article on the budget, so if there's any controversies that suddenly pop up in the next few weeks, we are going to see, extreme dilemmas happening on Article 22. So let me just read Article 22, Narragansett Regional School District, for everybody. So let me start. To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $7,143,838.00 as the amount assessed upon the town for the fiscal year 2022 assessment by the Narragansett Regional School District for the purposes of educating and transporting the town's enrolled students, provided, however, that any stated amount shall be reduced to the lesser amount, which shall subsequently be certified by the school committee and certified to the town for fiscal year 2022, or take any related action, or to take any other action related thereto. So that's Article 22. That is the amount that we talked about in the recently previous review. That is the amount certified, which includes the SR2 funds. So this is not going to be, this isn't going to be pretty. Let me just go with that. It will not be pretty. It's going to be a bad situation if we have to go back and recertify this, if we have to go through everything, or if some other event happens. So, oh, and it's by majority vote. You'd see at the end, majority vote required. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully this goes well. Hopefully you like that review, and thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and that's the video. Thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.